Hey guys, I'm very excited for the new year and I wanted to give you guys some just kind of free-flowing advice for what I would say to you if I had to hold my breath for the whole rest of the new year after this moment. So for me, I think a new year is exciting, I think it's daunting, and I think energetically it holds a lot for us. So for example, I think a lot of us make the new year something that can hold our burdens for us. Like, I have these self-deprecating beliefs. I am not where I want to be yet, but in the new year, I won't be that way. As much as it's good to constantly make goals, I think the most effective thing you can do, as opposed to making New Year's resolutions, is look at your life in quarters. So this current quarter is going to be the holiday season till about February or March. I like to look at it in little increments, about 3 months at a time, just so I can kind of see, because my goals are going to change. You know, I used to make these goals every day of 2025. I'm going to get 10,000 steps. So much stuff is going to happen to you. Steps might become the least of your priorities. Therefore, I think it's way better to create an attainable, measurable goal for the new year. So just putting that out there. Furthermore, I think a lot of us have this logical fallacy that we've had all year long, which is why you're watching this video. You haven't accomplished your goals yet. We say, let's look at binge eating, for example. I want to get fit this new year. I'm going to stop eating junk food. I don't think a lot of us think about the energetic pull that's going to have on our current lifestyle. Why are you binge eating? Are you emotional? This is a big factor for me. I say to myself, I don't want to eat out. I don't want to eat fast food anymore. And I don't look at what it serves for me. Every habit serves a purpose, positive and negative. So for example, when I go eat fast food, it's convenience, it's comfort, it's a bit of routine when I might be feeling dysregulated in other aspects. So it's not as simple as saying, in 2026, I'm not going to be the kind of person that eats junk food anymore. No, you're going to be that exact same person. Better yet, what can you say to prevent yourself from feeling the way you feel when you start to crave junk food? Like, can you meal prep? Can you journal about your feelings? Could you start going straight to the gym instead of eating out of boredom, you know? So I really want you guys to start thinking deeply. I feel like something switched in me where, of course, your whole life you want to do better. But I think when you actually start thinking metacognitively and having a growth mindset, it's so much easier to accomplish what you want to accomplish. So I really wanted to leave you guys with that advice. Furthermore, you are the same you right now watching this on December 4th that you're going to be in the whole new year. Not the whole new year, because that's why you don't set goals for the year. But I mean, for the first 3 months, yeah, you're going to be this you. So take an audit. Do you feel powerful? Do you feel weak? Do you feel anxious? You know, I never have said in my life, oh, I feel weak. But there's been moments where the way I behaved was compensating for something, you know? And if someone were to bother me or something were to go wrong, I'd be not capable of handling it. So I want you to take an audit. What do I need to change energetically to be the me I want to be? I don't think it's always as simple as setting the hardest goal that scares you and knowing consciously you're not going to take any steps towards it. You know, for me at first with the gym, it was the thing I hated. I was lazy. I didn't like it. I thought I was too tired to even work out. It got to a point where I would say to myself, okay, how can you incorporate movement? Wean yourself into the gym. I'm not going to go there and start doing squats and bench presses immediately. I do that now, but you've got to get yourself to almost a positive mindset to associate your goals with who you are right now, what you enjoy doing, your identity, not just this new year me. And I think that's why New Year's resolutions are so problematic, because I think we dump a lot of our emotional burden onto these goals without finding a real way to deal with them, you know? So I want you to think, what kind of me am I right now? How can I create steps to make habits easier to achieve my goals in the new year? For example, for me, you know, and I want you to think about how you're going to act when you get in these situations. For me, it's like, I want to drink more water. What will I do when I drive past the cafe and I want a coffee? what will I say to myself? Will I have a lemon water with me so I'm not dehydrated and craving coffee? What about if a coworker says, do you want this soda? How am I going to respond to that? I know that sounds a little silly, like role playing how to say no to soda, but it's a real thing that's going to happen, In the beginning of my gym journey, it felt embarrassing to say to people, oh, I'm not eating that. I go to the gym now. But now that I do all the time, nobody even questions it. So you do have to have a plan on how you're going to stand on business with your new identity. Otherwise, none of it will stick. I know this is kind of daunting and not always the advice everyone wants to hear, like new year, new me. No, it's going to be you 2.0, but you do have to make a clear roadmap of how you're going to get there. And if you like and subscribe, I'll be here to help you do that all year.